Well, hello my beautiful Aquarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of November, right through the end of December 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aquarians, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. And of course, you can see I'm in a different environment than usual. I've just gone to visit my family for a couple of weeks and I'll be back in my usual space after that. So let's tap into your energy right now and let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? What do they need to know regarding their career and their finances at this time? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Okay, there's a very energetic card there. It is a Fool card, so a lot of you are ready to launch new ideas, or you are basically ready to get going on something that's going to be truly lucrative or exciting. It has a lot of potential for next year as well. But let's move on. I'll get all of your cards first before I tap into that energy. So I definitely see some of you are looking at second streams of income, okay? Because we've got the Lovers card, we've got the Moon card. These are cards of duality. So this can indicate that you are looking at doing something that is stable and consistent, and then doing something that's a little bit more sporadic. So it could be that you are either diversifying, trying new things out, or it could also be that you are thinking about doing a side hustle or something seasonal round about this time to increase your wealth, is what I see. Lots of new ideas. Look at that. We've got the Ace of Wands there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way regarding finances and career sector? What are they meant to be aware of for their highest good? Now we do have an Ace of Pentacles there, so that definitely indicates some sort of new money or another stream of income coming in. For some of you, this could be bonus, okay? So I definitely see bonus on the horizon for some of you there. We will tap in a little bit more to your energy. If some of you are currently out of work or looking for a job, I see that some of you, you may be a little bit anxious. You've been waiting a long time. You may feel that there's no opportunities that have potential for you to grow in your career sector. But I do see one coming in here, and the Queen of Swords, it indicates that there's something being offered to you perhaps in December, and then you may actually establish yourself in that role in 2025. So it could be something coming in at the end of the year there, but you won't really fully step into that role until 2025. There's new money attached to that. So if you're looking for something new, I definitely see there is an opportunity coming in there. But I also see that some of you may interview for a role and you may not hear for a while, and it's almost like you feel like you didn't get it. You know, it's almost like radio silence for a little bit, but I actually see you being offered either a second interview or being offered the job on the spot, okay? So if you're currently out of work and you're looking for a new role, there is one coming in, one in particular that you feel is perfect for you. But I also see some of you setting up ideas and thinking about launching something as a side hustle. So that's whether you're looking for a role or not. I definitely see that you are devising a plan to diversify your opportunities and increase your wealth, okay? So with a lot of respect, I'm going to step away from the energy and tap into the majority energy for my beautiful Aquarians. Now, this card indicates that you have a big decision to make. There's a card here that indicates choices. Some of you with that Eight of Swords, you're feeling a little bit stuck in your circumstances and you want to inject a little bit more passion, more spontaneity, new ideas into your current role. But you may feel there's someone in your working environment, especially if you work in a company, you may have a person who is kind of like, you know what, there is a traditional way that the company always does something, and they may kind of expect you to do what is always done. And you're a maverick. You like to come out of your comfort zone. You really need to push forward, and other people should not get in your way at this time. So I feel like trying new things, it may surprise people, may even put some people's noses out of joint, but actually in the long run, they will see that whatever it is that you're actioning at this time is going to be very lucrative and actually more efficient for the working environment. Also, I feel some of you, especially if you're an entrepreneur, there could be a tried and tested route of doing something. So maybe a blueprint that people follow, but you put your own unique spin on whatever it is that's done. I feel like you're trying an alternative route. I feel like you're trying something new, bold, and daring and different. But this card, you know, this is a card of you kind of really thinking about your options right now, weighing up choices and looking at the next steps on your career path. Also, this is a card that indicates that you're trying to follow your heart and that you're doing something that benefits you and your family. You know, the Lover's card can also indicate that this big decision that you are making in the next 6 weeks, I feel, because there is clarity here. You make a decision and suddenly everything is changing and transforming for the better for you. But whatever decision you have to make, it's life-changing, okay? And I feel that don't be rushed into it. Make sure it is strategic kind of time for you to really plan and plot or look at different outcomes before you make an informed decision. But whatever choice you make, I feel like you're following your heart, you're talented, you're gifted, and it's going to create movement in your career. It feels like you're being really organized, very decisive, and there's more money on the table for you there as well. So some of you could be thinking about where you are right now in your career, and you may love lots of aspects of whatever it is that you do, but you may be trying to get more or increase or go to the next level. So if you work for a company, this could be you looking at your creative alliances at this moment in time. Do you feel integrated in where you are? Do you feel that there are alliances that work really well for you? And is there anyone who causes a distraction? Because I see a lot of you want to be organized, you want to be really efficient, you want to be focused, and you are eradicating distractions at this time. And if you're an entrepreneur, some of you may even be offered a brand deal over the next coming weeks or months, or you may be looking at companies or people that you want to create a creative alliance with there. Now also, I feel with the Lover's card and the two aces here, I feel like you have many assignments on the go and you are looking at strict deadlines that you will meet. I feel everything is time sensitive for you. Some of you may also be looking at all these assignments and being very goal oriented, you know, crossing a lot off your to-do list. Really interesting, because I was about to say crossing a lot off your to-do list, which is the energy that I'm feeling from your cards, and I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, but my guides gave me this energy of swap your to-do list with an actual schedule. Okay, so it's like you're blocking it out, you're breaking it down to compartmentalize time frames. So it could be that you're, going to focus an hour on one project, 2 hours on another project, so you get a lot done in a certain amount of time, and it feels like you're being super focused and very diligent on making sure that everything is running smoothly. Now, also, some of you may already be in a partnership in business, and you may hear, especially if you run your own business and you have people working for you, you may hear that someone is deciding to leave. And I feel this person, there's an energy of someone leaving in order to go traveling or take a sabbatical. Or there's also an energy of someone going off to learn something. So it could be that you are going to hear from an employee who's decided to go off and go in a different direction or learn new skills and go back to college, for example. And for some of you, if you're an entrepreneur and you have your own business, it could be that you're opening up some sort of mentorship program, or you're giving an opportunity to a person who wants to learn skills and rise through the ranks, and kind of, I feel there's an energy of you mentoring someone or teaching someone what you do so that they can either join your business or join your firm, or really, kind of make an impact in the industry, because I feel this person also has some natural skills. But let's take this back to your energy right now, because I feel this is outside of yourself. The Lovers card ultimately means that you are taking stock of where you feel like you're at in your career right now. And with that Lovers card there, a lot of you may also have personal stuff on your mind, your family, your friends. Some of you may have just fallen in love with someone and you're trying to focus on work, but at the same time, you're getting lovely messages from someone that you've just met, and you're kind of trying to divide your time between focusing on work, but also you're excited about this new relationship. Or some of you may also have something private going on right now, and you're trying to balance things out and launch yourself into your career so that you take your mind off things that are personal, that are going on behind the scenes, okay? I definitely see that this is going to be a very productive and creative time for you, but also I feel there's transformation in your working environment. So whether you work in a company or whether you work for yourself, I see changes in policies, rules, regulations, the way things are done. There's a faster pace this month as well. I feel the next 6 weeks you're going to be super busy, but also it's a very transformative time. This indicates that, you are making waves in your career, you're making an impact. And this card also indicates that you have lots of new ideas, brainstorming, you're inspired to get moving forward with something because you've been feeling stuck for some time, or you may have been feeling a little bit on autopilot, and it's time to shake things up a little bit. Now, I actually see these two aces as offerings from the universe. So there could be some transformative news that comes your way in the next 6 weeks. I actually feel in the next 2 weeks. So just as you move into December, I feel there's really exciting news that you're going to be very enthusiastic about. And a lot of you with that Ace of Pentacles as an outcome, it means there's new money available. So it could be a bonus. For some of you, it could be that your business has done better than you expected and you're going to treat yourself a little bit. Could be that you're going to issue some extra dividends your way or give yourself a bonus if you're an entrepreneur. For some of you, you're definitely going to see your sales are up if you're in goods or sales or services. And I definitely see here that you're just taking stock of how seasonally it's quite busy for you. It feels that things are going to pick up pace there for you as well. Also, I'm being given an energy that some of you may actually step into a new role, because I'm seeing this energy of the baton being passed on to you. Okay, so if you work for a family business, for example, it could be that your family member is passing over a lot of responsibility to you, or they are giving you a new title, or you're stepping up in some way. If you work for a company, it could be that someone is training you to do something because you're about to move into a new role. But ultimately, I feel a lot of you are transforming the way that you work. I also see training and career development opportunities on the horizon for you in the next coming weeks as well. So it could be that you're having an appraisal or some sort of important meeting that assesses your progress, especially if you work in a company. For a lot of you, if you're an entrepreneur, you may be just having that meeting with yourself, taking yourself out for coffee to really think about the next steps of your career, how you want to diversify new ideas, because this is a card of lots of exciting new ideas, and things are about to get really interesting for you there as well. Now we do have that 8 of Swords. So the 8 is the number of the self. So some of you may have actually launched yourself into work, because right now in your private life you feel like you're drifting, or you feel like you're on autopilot right now. There's an energy of wanting to transform something, and with the 8 of Swords in your protagonist energy, this can indicate that some of you may feel a little bit stressed out, or you may feel that you're in a little bit of a rut, okay? And you feel that something needs to give or something needs to change. So right now you may be looking at the way you do business. So you may decide to stay where you're at, but you feel like you want to diversify, or you want to find interesting new ways to breathe a breath of fresh life into your day-to-day tasks and responsibilities, because this card can indicate it's the same old thing, just a different day. and you may not be able to see any room for maneuver. You may have felt like you've hit a glass ceiling in your career sector, or you've come as far as you can with a certain idea. And I mean, a lot of you, I feel like you're ready to launch new ideas, but with that Eight of Swords, it can indicate a little bit of anxiety or fear. You know, you're not sure how something that you're about to launch or do, you're not sure how it's going to go. But I can see in the future that you're going to be nicely surprised. It's going to go really well. There's more money attached to your future. You're attracting more success, more prosperity. And the Queen of Swords indicates you're super organized, you're self-sufficient, and a lot of you are working towards being financially independent, free of debt. I see a lot of you focusing on budgets, task-related responsibilities this month, focusing on your goals and your endeavors. But ultimately, I see a lot of you looking at your repayment plans and looking at increasing your wealth and being able to save. I see a path being made clear for you right now to increase your wealth, okay? And I feel there's two opportunities coming your way. One of them I feel like you are aware of right now. Okay, and the other one is actually going to be a surprise. And the other one that is a surprise, it feels like there's more money attached to it. One feels very exciting and every day is different. So it feels very sort of creative in its nature. And the other one feels kind of like stable or comfortable, as it were, financially. It may be something that you establish a day-to-day connection to, because I'm feeling this duality about your reading. So it feels very much like you maintain a certain position, but on the side, either you're doing a creative endeavor or something seasonal that will increase your wealth, or it could be something you're launching, becoming your own boss. And if you're already an entrepreneur, I see you like having two streams of income, or maybe even creating some sort of mentorship, because that has come up already in the energy. It could be that you're creating a course online as a consultant of how to learn something or teach people what you do, because you're quite established at whatever it is that you do. And this could also bring in some passive income when you've got it set up. So I see a lot of you thinking about things like that. Also, because there's a lot of swords in your reading, I see some of you thinking about writing a book or writing some sort of blog or some sort of to-do book, or like a help book. It just feels like a development book is what I've got here as well. So it could be that you are really great at I don't know, computer programming, for example, and you decide to write a book on computer programming. Or perhaps you are a chef and you're writing a recipe book that is connected to your heart and soul and to your family, like passed down generational recipes. So I'm just seeing like a lot of energy around you right now on being super creative and kind of setting things in motion in order to work smarter, not harder. So you're very engaged in what you do in the working environment, but also I feel like you're trying to do something that you do every day, which is hands-on, but then a little something on the side that ticks over financially for you. I mean, for some of you, it could be connected to like financial markets and things like that. But whatever it is, I feel like you are very intelligent and very savvy and smart, and you are employing that information and that knowledge to your career sector, and you're increasing your opportunities. Now we do have the Fool card, and it's in the resistance position at first. So some of you may feel like you've hit a plateau, or you feel that you're not fully utilized with your skill set where you're at. So if you feel like you've come as far as you can with an idea, or, because something's working for you, that's what I see here. Some of you may be like, okay, how do I capitalize on what's already working for me? So you may be just trying more of the same elsewhere, or you may be trying something different to keep things interesting for you. But ultimately, some of you feel like you want a fresh new start. I mean, there is a small percentage of you thinking about going in a new direction for 2025, and I definitely see there's an opportunity that hasn't been fully realized yet. So you haven't received this opportunity yet. I feel this is something that will come your way, and you are going to grab it with both hands, and you're going to be really excited about it. So if you're putting your resume out there right now, I see there is a potential for two opportunities, but there's one, I feel it's a no-brainer. It's more money. It gives you freedom and independence, and I feel it's got great status attached to it as well. And I feel it's a very intuitive, instinctive job that comes your way. But because you have that moon energy, normally on the moon card, there is a dog and a wolf. And the dog represents, a comfortable role, somewhere where you are loyal to a position and you do it day to day, for example. And then it's also got the wolf, which is a little bit more independent. It's a pathfinder. And I feel some of you are thinking about doing the two together to increase opportunities and also increase wealth there. With that Fool card, some of you, there are a lot of new things happening in your career. So this could be new software, or it could be new hardware that you will utilize, or new tools for whatever it is that you do. For some of you, it could also be that there is a restructure going on in the working environment, new management, or new roles and opportunities being created at this time. Because I see a lot of you looking at leadership opportunities or taking charge in the working environment, because you want a united working environment, but you feel that you could do better than the current leadership. And I see that there are opportunities working their way towards you for you to step into those roles. And I also see that right now you're actively seeking opportunities to increase knowledge, status, and wealth. And it starts with one step. So I feel some of you are taking a leap of faith on launching an endeavor, or it could be also that you're leaving a place in order to step into a new role that you will fully establish yourself at. And I feel you will be in charge of a team, or I feel it requires your knowledge. You're a very intelligent, very clever person, and I feel like you're building upon whatever it is that you know already and increasing your financial abilities. And the Fool card indicates there's a lot of potential around you. But also, because the Fool card is in the resistance position, some of you, it's like you love what you do, but you may not love a person who works in your working environment. They could be someone who pushes your buttons. If you're an entrepreneur, it could be a difficult client that you deal with. This person, I feel that they actually are quite respectful of you when you diplomatically put them in their place. So speak your truth, okay? If this person is being difficult, call them out on it in a very diplomatic kind of way. With the Fool card, it can also indicate that you do it in jest, okay? Many a truth told in jest. So sometimes, of course you're being direct, but if this is a lucrative client, you don't want to lose that client. It could be that they're a little bit difficult or snappy in the next 6 weeks, because I also feel like a lot of pressure is on people at this time of the year. And I feel that they may kind of like be out of character in a way where they just snap a little bit. But I feel in jest, you may just kind of remind them of their professional relationship with you and put them back in their place, okay? This person really respects that about you. Now, with this Fool card as well, this is about how can you have more fun doing what you love. But there's something a lot of you are thinking about launching right now. For some of you, especially if you're creative, it could be a new style. It could be a new way of writing. It could be a new way of communicating to your customer base, for example. Also, if you're an entrepreneur and you are creative, it could be that you've got a new idea that you're testing out. Because I feel this energy of testing something as, the consumer season kind of kicks in. Because I feel there's an energy here of more people wanting your product or your gifts or your services. And I feel like they're willing to pay for it as well. So it feels like an increase in activity, a flurry of activity. A lot of you are also working super hard, tying up loose ends, focusing on your projects in order to go on a vacation. Because the Fool card can be like a fresh new energy where you're in a very explorative phase, and you could be like going to a new country that you've never been to before. You're really excited about taking a vacation, because we do have that Prince of Swords there. Now this is an active card, so it can indicate that you're traveling. Some of you may literally travel for work, and it may be last minute as well, which I feel like part of you, there's something organized. So if you're traveling for work, you could have something personal organized, and you feel a little bit stuck that you've promised to go to something personal, but work kind of kicks in. I feel like you are able to negotiate a time frame and have the best of both worlds. You can attend both, is what I see there. But also, I feel, there is this flurry of activity around you where you are right on target. Anything you start, you finish. And I feel like you are getting organized as you close out the year in order to embrace 2025. But also this card can indicate transforming the way that you work, healthier working practices. I feel like you're paying a lot of attention to mental health in the working environment. I feel a lot of you have been very stressed. This card in the resistance position can indicate that you've been acting at capacity right now. You've had a lot on your plate and you're just so ready for a break, or you're so ready to have a little bit more fun with whatever it is that you do. But I actually feel like you're paying more attention to detail and you are super focused on key areas. It feels like you're compartmentalizing. Before, I feel like you were multitasking, but now I feel like you're super focused on prioritizing what's important, and anything else, it feels like you put it to a back burner, but you do return to it and you get everything that you need done by the end of the year. But this Prince of Swords indicates there's some sort of communication. And I feel, because it's in the resistance position, there's two energies here. One is you may have an important meeting scheduled that will get rescheduled, and it may be last minute as well, because that person is under a lot of pressure and it feels something comes left field where they have to cancel appointments. This could also be canceled appointments on a personal level for some of you as well. Some of you may even have to take a personal day over the next 6 weeks, and it comes at a busy period. But for some of you, and I'm seeing teeth in the water right now, so it could be a dentist appointment for some of you, but I feel like some of you may need to take an appointment or take a day off for an appointment, or even an afternoon off. But if you have an important meeting scheduled with someone, I see a reschedule here, and you will have that meeting or that appraisal or whatever it is that you are scheduled to do, but it may get delayed. And when it's in the upright, it will be a very interesting meeting indeed. I feel actually some really great things come out of it. Opportunities to train, especially if you're in a company, career development talk is what I'm getting here. So I feel like you may be setting new goals or intentions, or be offered training in a certain area that you really want to focus on in 2025, so you can flourish and develop through your current circumstances. And if you're an entrepreneur, this could be you looking at new courses or new information that will actually help you move into new pay grades or increase your finances there as well. Now, whenever you get a Knight of Swords and you connect it to a financial reading, it means that you're very money savvy. You're creating a strict budget with yourself. Your finances are going to be doing really well. I feel like they'll be going the way you hope for. This card indicates you're doing a great job, but also some of you, you may pay close attention to your finances because you may worry. You have an Eight of Swords there, which means you're worried about something. And I'm going to pull a quick card on it, because looking at the Ace of Pentacles, I feel the money worry is nothing to worry about, but it could be that you're worried about something, and it can be that either there is someone new coming into the working environment and you feel that they're there to shake things up a little bit, or if you're an entrepreneur, it could be new policies, rules, and regulations that are giving you a bit of a headache and causing a little bit of disruption, or it feels like red tape, that sort of thing. So let me just pull a card on this energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? Ten of Cups and the Hermit. So this indicates that a lot of you are trying to limit distractions. If you're working from home, for example, it could be that there is a high potential to be distracted, and you want to limit that. Ten of Cups indicates that you're going to get a lot of prosperity and feel really content with your efforts for the whole year. And I feel like you've done a really great job there as well. But with the Hermit energy, I feel like you're exhausted, okay? So it could be that you're trying to manage a career, trying to manage your money. Also, you have family responsibilities there, and it just feels like a lot. It feels like you're trying to do everything all by yourself. And some of you are, an entrepreneur, and you are literally doing everything by yourself, and it just feels really overwhelming. There's an energy here of there's always something to do, and it feels like your time is not your own. But I definitely see that the pace will ease as you go into 2025, and you will have more time for you. I actually see a lot of you, especially if you are an entrepreneur, restructuring your time or your schedule in a way, because my guides have reminded me it's not a to-do list for you in particular, it's a schedule. You're sticking to time frames, so you must have promised yourself that you're going to do certain things at certain times, or delegate like a certain time period for each task or responsibility that you have. It's almost like you are putting high expectations on yourself to basically finish something in an allotted amount of time and then be on to the next, so you can actually get so many things done. Just be mindful that you don't burn yourself out, because the Hermit energy can indicate that a lot of you are feeling a little bit exhausted or fed up with the way things are going right now. Even though I feel like you're making waves and an impact in your career, you may feel like you don't have any support, or you may feel that, you know, it's the final push for the end of the year and it just feels like a lot. Also, the Hermit energy indicates that the beneficial outcome here for you would be to learn new knowledge. I feel like you're naturally gifted. You have raw talent at whatever it is that you do, but I feel this extra knowledge will come and help you. And the Hermit card, when you get it in relation to a career reading, a lot of you are thinking about going solo or becoming a consultant and, you know, shining a light on your skill set and your knowledge so that you can help other people. I feel there's an energy of serenity and peace around you, working in a peaceful environment, limiting distractions, because I feel like you do have a lot on your schedule list. And that 10 of Cups, I feel like you're trying to create more time and space for your family and friends. So I just get an energy of you working different hours kind of schedule. So it could be that you go to your company, if you work for a company, and there may be some half days that you've booked, or it could be that you reschedule the hours that you work so that you can accommodate family time or a family vacation, for example. But I also see that a lot of you are working really hard in order to spend time on a vacation or go away with family and friends, okay? Now, I do see some really great communication coming your way, but I would also be mindful of your emails. Check your spam folder over the next 6 weeks. There is a strong potential for some sort of important communication to go astray. A lot of you are actually going to receive an official letter, okay? I see an official letter around you. I mean, this could be tax related, could also be business related, could be bonus related for some of you, but I see an official letter coming in your way. So make sure you check hard copy mail. I mean, it could be a check for something, either compensation, maybe you're expecting something. For some of you, it could be a residual or a royalty from a job or something that you did before. But I also see for some of you, just be a little bit mindful, especially if you are driving. I mean, I'm not seeing the Chariot card here for you, but I am being given an energy that if you're zipping around town, doing your errands and trying to fit everything in and working really hard and all of those things, just be a little bit mindful of your speed, okay? Because I'm being given a word in, well, it's 2 words actually, in the water. I'm scrying at the same time as doing a reading, and I'm being shown camera obscura. Camera obscura, really random, and I'm guessing it means hidden camera or obscura, not in sight. So I would just be a little bit mindful because there could be a speeding ticket, okay? So just be a little bit, it'll give you a headache and you'll be like, ah, but I just see, just be a little bit mindful of that, okay? Also, because I'm being given camera obscura and there is a person in this energy, it could be that someone is testing you, because we have the 5 of Swords there, which is a very testing time indeed. It could be someone is pushing your buttons or testing you, and they could be testing you for promotion or an opportunity, and you may just see that they're actually pushing your buttons, but behind the scenes it feels like they're testing you for a role or an opportunity that is up and coming, okay? So for example, if you work in a store, it could be like a secret shopper and they are monitoring your service. For some of you, I'm being given that program actually, which is really random. You know, the secret millionaire type thing. There's a lot of secret energy going on right now in your reading. Secret millionaire could be the person who actually runs the company, who comes down and just tests out people's work ethic and their service. So I would just watch out for that, because whoever it is, I see an energy of them being super impressed with your skills and offering you something because they see that you deserve more. So it could be that they give you an extra bonus or a tip, or it could be that they offer you a new role that helps you rise through the ranks. It's something completely unexpected. So that's coming through there as well. Now we do have the 5 of Swords, which can indicate that you have been under a lot of pressure and you're trying to manage stress levels because it is in the resistance position. It indicates that it's going to be, you know, a more peaceful time for you. But also also with that Five of Swords, if you've been promised something by a boss, or perhaps you've been promised something by a creative alliance. If you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you've outsourced some of the things that you don't want to do. Perhaps it's an accountant that you've hired, or a PA, and if you've asked them for something and they've kind of gone a little bit missing in action, or they've not replied to you and you feel like you're being given the brush off, I feel they've delayed it because they forgot about it, or they didn't do it in the time frame that you asked for. And they're going to be a little bit apologetic, but they will get it to you. For some of you, if you are a freelancer, because that is a freelancer card there, if some of you are owed money and that person has not paid it just yet, some of you with that Five of Swords, you may have to issue a legal warning to this person to highlight, look, if you do not pay up, I am going to be getting representation and taking this further. And I feel that will light a fire up there, so quick that they will pay. It shouldn't have to get to that. You shouldn't have to chase this. But I feel that this person, I feel like they're not doing very well financially, and they kind of like pushed your payment, or pushed a payment to the back burner because they're dealing with other debts. But they will find that money and they will give it to you if you are owed money, okay? Now also, some of you may deal with someone who tries to win at all costs. That person who's always right. Even when you're right, they still want to be right. They may even, because I'm seeing a conversation here where your stuff, you're very knowledgeable and you know that you're right, but it's almost like this person, they kind of go above you and try to either find out the information or look it up. Well, they're going to be left with egg on their face, because when they look up the information, they're going to see that you're right. So I see some sort of energy here, humble pie, okay? Someone may eat humble pie for you over the next 6 weeks is what I've got coming out here. But also that Five of Swords, it's an indication that you're brainstorming new ideas to transform the way that you work and make an impact, movement and improvement. I see a lot of progress here for you in your career, but I feel like you're taking a leap of faith on something or launching something. It's either a new idea or a new endeavor. You're enthusiastic, you're raring to go, and you're going to see the results, and they're going to be financial in nature. A lot of you aligning yourself with success here. You've been putting in the effort and you're going to reap the rewards there too. Now we do have the Moon card as an outcome energy. So this is all about self-reflection, doing a bit of soul searching in your career, looking at how far you've come, where you want to take things to the next level in 2025. But also the Moon card, as I said, is a card of duality. Normally that dog and the wolf on the Moon card. So I feel things have been challenging, but I also feel that there is an energy of your ships coming in, that I feel there is a hidden opportunity headed your way. I also see one opportunity that it's almost like you expect it, and it will come your way, and you may have to choose between the two. This hidden opportunity, there's a lot of money attached to it, and also a lot of independence in your working environment. So some of you may be tapped to lead or figurehead a department. You may even be headhunted during this time. I feel this energy of what is hidden comes to the surface. So again, it ties up with, if you go through a speeding camera, for example, over the speed limit, then, what has been hidden will come to the surface because you'll get a summons for a fine, for example. So just be mindful of that in the next 6 weeks, because I see that swirling around in your energy. For some of you, not all of you, of course. And of course, it's never good to speed or go over the speeding limit at all. But I also see a hidden opportunity coming your way as well. All shall be revealed, especially in the month of December for you. Now, the Moon card can also indicate that some of you are cautious about an opportunity, can indicate that you're following your hunches, you're following your intuition, and some of you, there's an energy of getting clarity when you're trying to make a decision. And with that Queen of Swords, you're going to make the right decision for you. I always say that if you have options, look at each option and envisage yourself in each scenario. Imagine the lifestyle it will afford you, or how you will have to work, the stresses, the strains, the wins, and all the accomplishments and triumphs you could have in each endeavor, and see which one your heart really sings with joy in. that's the one that you should choose. So I definitely see that you're going to make the right decision there as well. Now, the moon card can also indicate that you're looking at where your energy is feeling drained. You're actually working with your energy. Sometimes we feel, we have that get up and go spirit. We're motivated, we're in charge, and we're forging ahead. We're a force to be reckoned with. And other times we got the hermit energy. We're exhausted. It's time to just take a step back, recharge batteries, really reflect on our progress. And I feel like you're working with your energy and listening to your body, mind, and soul needs at this time too, which is really reflective in the way that you're making progress. Because if you're always forging ahead or forcing away, the universe never gets an opportunity to step up and deliver. It's a give and take universe, okay? Putting it out there, taking steps towards whatever it is you want, then step back and see the rewards come towards you. Many, many years ago, and I don't know why I'm being shown me in the water. This is your reading, but I feel like they're trying to highlight what is about to happen for you. Many years ago, I was rushing around, always doing, never gave myself a moment to stop. Now, I loved what I did. Yes, I was under pressure, and I did also work very toxic environment as well. And I still, took pride in everything that I did. But the universe was giving me so many signs to slow down and just really take stock of things and actually leave a position, because it was very toxic for me and pretty much for everybody who worked there as well. But I didn't listen. So suddenly I was hit with an unwellness. I also suddenly stood up in a meeting once and was like, I'm leaving. And part of me was like, what are you saying? Sit down. You need this job. You need the money. And I just found myself almost like in an out-of-body experience where my higher self was saying, that you should leave. It's healthier to work elsewhere. And then I had a period of stillness. Okay, so I left that position. I had nothing else to go to. I was in fear. And the moon card can be fear. So if some of you are looking for new roles or opportunities and you're about to launch a new endeavor, or you're about to leave a place for a new role and you're feeling a bit nervous, the universe has pointed you in this direction for a reason. Embrace it as a wonderful new adventure, because as soon as I stopped pushing, the universe started delivering, and all the things that I'd been fighting for many years that were not showing up for me, and I was so frustrated. Suddenly, when I took a pause and stillness, the universe was like, okay, you asked for this, it is delivered. Okay, you wanted this too, it is delivered. And I kid you not, I stood there in shock. I got true chills because I was like, oh my gosh. I took a moment to trust and surrender to the universe. I literally had like a conversation through the tears saying, you know what, I surrender. I'm so open to whatever it is you want me to receive. And suddenly the universe said, well, I know the way, and thank you for trusting me, but here you are. And here you are. So I feel like you trusting the universe, trusting the process, but also following your passion and following your true calling is going to reap rewards for you, and you will benefit and profit from it. Now, I do see with that Ace of Pentacles, new money coming your way. Now, a lot of you are receiving a financial gift in the next coming weeks or months. This is in the form of a bonus to highlight that you've done a really great job, but also the company that you've been working for has been doing quite well. It's like a services benefit. For some of you, this could also be a little gift, like a large tip from a person for your services, or it could be, a basket of fruit, or it could be a gift or a gift card, financial gift card for you to spend. I definitely see a gift swirling around you right now, and I feel like you'll receive it in about 4 weeks' time. So that means middle of December, okay, is what I'm seeing there. But also I feel there is new money available to you. So this could be a new money making idea, or if you've already launched something, you're going to see it start to take off and financially benefit you there as well. But the universe is stepping in, and I feel there's an energy of you aligning yourself completely with success. And some of you may even win a prize during this time, but I see a lot of you, there's new business. So it could be a new startup, for example, or launching an entrepreneurship. This is literally a card that indicates you're open to receive. And this could either be a new job, new project, or an increase in your current paycheck, for example, that will be long lasting. Now also we've got that Queen of Swords, which sees you very goal-oriented, strategizing, organizing, thinking about your financial future. I also see that you're super focused and independent. So a lot of you want to limit distractions over the next coming weeks and months because you're deep in the zone of making your endeavors come to life, and I feel like you're hitting deadlines. You're actively seeking more opportunity, more knowledge, and more wealth is what I see, but also more status. A lot of you, this could be an opportunity for a promotion, okay? But it feels like, and I got to be honest with you, it feels like a stepping stone to something else. So it may not be the role that you have in your mind as your ultimate goal, but I do see like a stepping stone to increase knowledge, but also to work independently and also be very close to reaching a target or a goal status. Okay, so for example, if you want to be a CEO or a partner of a company, it could be that you are hitting managerial status right now, or you're taking control of a whole department and the next level up is partner or CEO. I feel like you're on the trajectory of moving on up. And also I can see here that if you have a meeting or a presentation or appraisal here, it's going to go really well for you, and you're going to have the words and be very articulate to communicate your needs in a healthy working environment. A lot of you will be negotiating better deals as well. But I see you financially being very savvy with your finances. I feel like you make your resources go a long way and build and capitalize on everything that you have already got. I see a lot of you strategizing a savings plan, and I feel that you're going to be holding on to your money, especially if you are looking at purchasing a gift or an item for a family member or friend or someone you love. I see that you get it at a discount deal, but you must shop around is what I see there. A lot of you also are connecting to the internet or to some sort of electrical, I don't know how to put it. I don't see it as AI, but it might be for some of you. I don't really know much about that, but it could be that you're utilizing some sort of software program or some sort of internet-based platform to help sell your product or network or even promote your work. And I feel this is a very lucrative time for you, especially if you're an entrepreneur, but even if you work for a company, I feel like people are noticing you and appreciating your skill set, and opportunity is opening up there for you as well. So I'm just going to go and get some final cards before I close your reading. Now, really interesting that your first card was the Lover's card, and there's a lot of musical notes there. And then as I pull from another deck, we have the violin there as well. So this is all about your soul harmony, being in alignment with your true calling, feeling balanced and in sync with everything around you. Also, music may actually benefit you at this time, especially if you want to limit distractions. Some of you may work better with music. But it says here, find work that resonates with your true purpose, mission to fulfill. And I definitely see there's a lot of growth there, that you are fulfilling your mission. And I see some wonderful surprises there for you. I also see that some of you could be fine-tuning your skills over the next coming weeks and months to prepare yourself for either launching something for 2025 or just launching yourself into 2025 with fresh new ideas and fresh new energy. And of course, we have stay balanced, okay? Now, riding a bicycle, it's something that requires focus, balance, and utilizes all your skill set, you know? So I feel this is about maintaining balance there. And it says here, money isn't everything. So have a variety of interests. Time is a form of wealth. So I definitely see that you're managing your time more efficiently, but also that's what I meant about you kind of like having many assignments. It keeps things interesting. I feel like you are being really strict with yourself, limiting distractions so you can get more done. You're definitely in an energy of productivity, and it feels like you're loving the energy rather than it feeling like a chore, okay? And of course, time is a form of wealth. If you feel anyone is wasting your time or dangling a carrot in front of you and promising you things that never come, it's time to take charge of your destiny and say, you know what, I'm gonna do it myself. And for some of you, there could be someone who tries to push your buttons or waste your time, or even, try and get some sort of reaction from you, and it's because they see you as a threat, or they see you as a rival or competition, and they want you to react in a certain way that looks bad on you, and then of course they feel like the savior, and then they get the opportunity. So just watch out for that as well. And we also have leadership role. Now, I did get an energy that you are looking for leadership opportunities, okay? So I definitely see one coming in for you. And I see here that it feels like the chair is literally laid out for you. This space is for you. So when you go for an interview or you have an appraisal, you will hear about this. It says you are called to step up and be the authority, position of power. So I see there's more money attached to this, more status attached to this, but also if you're an entrepreneur, this could be you joining groups or entering into circles that have been closed off to you. It feels like the doors are opening, and I feel like you will now be called to the table of people in your industry because they respect what you do. So I feel some of you, there may be networking opportunities, or you even get asked to give a talk on whatever it is that you do, or teach other people, mentor other people. Some of you may even be on a panel judging people's work. I'm picking up on that as well before I go from your reading. So it could be that you're asked to judge a competition, for example, or it could be that you enter a competition and the judges really like what you do and you win the role, or you win the prize, is what I see there as well. So I'm just going to pull a trinket or a button for you, and we have one button there, and we also have a cup. Okay, so this can indicate an important meeting, you know, two people meeting there, having a cup of coffee, or basically talking about work. But also the cup represents, you know, all the ingredients that are necessary for you to love what you do. It represents the Ace of Cups. So this is about you looking for that missing ingredient, or doing what you do with soul, with passion, and following your heart. And also I feel this is like relax, okay? This is about sitting back and enjoying what you do, but also being really proud of all your efforts. So you're doing a great job and you're accomplishing great things. There is a time for action and a time for rest. Now, also some of you may get a surprise invitation by someone in your working environment or your industry to meet up for a coffee. I feel this will be very beneficial and actually will be a bit of an eye-opener as well. Okay, so that's coming through too. I feel it just informs you about people or the industry a little bit more. You're already very knowledgeable, but there may be a hidden piece of information or knowledge that will benefit you long term. So that's coming through there as well. And also, if you're attending like an office party or an industry event, there could be someone there who says something to you that is a little bit off the cuff. This person is acting with jealousy. They're projecting their energy. They feel that next to you, they feel a little bit, how can I put that? Inadequate. Yep. So I feel they may say something off the cuff to try and wound you or dent your confidence. You know, ignore this person. They're projecting, and I feel that they will regret their conversation later on. So just watch out for that. I feel it's more to do with them than it is to do with you. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Aquarians. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is truly important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aquarians, and love and light.